Hello again, it's Noob, and I've wanted to review this Pickology kit for a while. It's sort of an entry-level beginner's pick set by Pickology. It's called the X1000. And the best thing about this kit, and something to remember all the way through this video, is it only cost me £14.99 delivered to my door. So, and you can actually buy single picks from this set as well. You buy single Pickology picks, and I got mine on Amazon. So it's worth just bearing that in mind. Right, with that said, let's crack on and have a look at what you get for that money. So this is about $18 or so delivered, okay, at today's exchange rate, something like that. Okay, so you actually get a good bunch of stuff, for including a case. The case is nothing special, it's a bit of pleather, but it's okay. It's not really anything special to shout about, it just is. So we can put that over there. First thing to maybe look at is the tension tools. Let's put these other picks here for a second. Let's look at the tension tools. You only get two, but this isn't actually bad. You get one quite thick one, which is quite nice. And then you get a double-ended Z wrench, and one side is a bit thinner, which is what you want. You want a range, and the other side is just thinned down a bit more. I actually have both of these in my kit because I bought a lot smaller Pickology set when I first started lockpicking about 2.5 years ago. And these have found their way into my kit, and I actually use them and I like them. It would be nice, of course, to maybe have more tension tools. You can never really have enough, but it's a small kit. I'm not going to complain too much. The next thing to bring in is that it comes with a broken key extractor. Now, for a hobbyist, a hobby picker, a bedroom picker like me, I've never found a use for a broken key extractor. Well, I have once or twice, but not really this kind of profile. Really sharp harpoon, probably very good at what it does, but never really needed to use it. In fact, this is the one that actually is in my everyday kit, and I just chop the end off. Actually makes a really nice little probe. But again, if you're a beginner and you're buying a kit for the first time, you might not be confident in wanting to amend or adapt or change your picks, so you might end up with something which is okay but a little bit useless. Now, before we get on to all the other stuff, let's have a look at what you actually do get in terms of picks. The actual pick length is actually pretty cool. So if I take a standard sort of another brand pick, you can see that it's actually an extended profile. It's got an extended length of the handle. I actually really appreciate that. I think it's a really nice feature. It's got a little groove here to sort of index your fingers on. So I quite like that. It's nice and long. The handles themselves, in terms of finish out the pack, they don't need any sanding at all. The edges on the picks, they're tumbled nicely. They're not razor sharp. You could use these straight out of the pack. I mean, that is a good thing. And then also look at the shank widths. These are Euro Slim. These are nice and slender. You can get these into a range of locks, and that goes for the hooks as well. Really nice slender profiles, really nice. In terms of the metal, well, it's definitely some form of stainless steel. It's very weakly magnetic. These are powerful neodymium magnets, and they barely stick to it. You put the handles on there and snap to, no problems whatsoever. So clearly the handles are made of something which isn't stainless steel, or is a very, very low grade stainless steel which is highly magnetic. So, it's hard to tell, but I don't think it's stainless steel handles. It doesn't matter, but I think that you end up with something like a 301 stainless for the picks, and actually that's not so bad at all. Another interesting thing about these picks is they're not full tang. So if I take a full tang sandwich pick like this, you can see, if I get it hopefully focused for you, you've actually got the pick metal running all the way through, sandwiched between two pieces of handle metal to stabilize it. This isn't quite that. It is two pieces of metal sandwiched together, but if you look at the tip, the two sides actually come round probably about a 1/4 inch, about 6 millimeters worth of tang. So clearly they're saving a lot of money on not having a huge amount of good stainless steel running through the entire pick. Then again, I've actually used my Pickology picks. I don't have many in my kit, but I've used them for over 2.5 years. I've never once ever had this sort of weld fail on me. So is it a big deal? No, not so much. And actually, I can't tell any difference in feedback. They feedback really well for something which is quite a thin shank. So, you know, if you like longer handles and you want a Euro slender style, it's got that for you. I can't really hold it against it for the price. I think it's a good compromise. However, there are some pretty significant issues with the kit. The first one being the hooks. If you are not confident in modifying your picks, and if you're a beginner picker you wouldn't be, and if you weren't, then why would you be buying this kit? These are ginormous hooks. This one in particular is just massive. It's a huge gonzo or postal hook. I mean, it's ginormous. And the other hooks, which I guess you might count as a deep hook, there are two. The profiles are ever so slightly different, but frankly not that different. And you'd think that maybe they were the same profile and they just had bad manufacturing tolerances. I think they're meant to be different hooks. Maybe this one's a little shorter than this one by a small amount, but yeah, not by much. And as a beginner picker, probably not going to be your friend. This is a standard short hook. This is a profile which you're going to use the most as any picker most of the time. And just look at the difference. That is a huge difference. Again, if you were confident enough, you could easily modify these with a file or a small grinding wheel into something which is useful and may last you a long time. But again, you've got to have that confidence and you've got to know what you're doing as a picker. So, a set like this, which is priced nicely for a beginner, I don't know. Okay, then you have a little half diamond here. Literally nothing wrong with that. Lovely profile. It's well rounded at the pack. Perfectly nice, perfectly usable. Nothing wrong with that whatsoever. If you like small half diamonds for those small locks, you're in. Then something very odd. This sort of, you might think, oh, it's an L rake, it's a city rake. Yeah, it's got to be, right? Nah, is it though? I'm not really sure. Here is a classic city rake profile. Here we go. This is supposed to mimic the ups and the downs sort of on a key. You rock it back and forth, you lift it up and down, you cycle it through, you may even just gently scrub with it. And it will replicate a number of different profiles. The top one, it's all flat. So apart from a slight up and down movement on the pins due to the cuts in here, which are very shallow, I don't think it offers much more of an advantage than just flipping it over and using the flat back of the pick. I'm not saying it's bad. It could be quite good in some smaller keyways with flat bitting. Nothing wrong with that. But I wouldn't have it in my kit like I would maybe this city rake here, this classic profile, purely because this has been proven time and time again to be useful. This might be slightly less useful overall, and whilst I wouldn't not have it in my kit, I wouldn't have it as a preference to a standard city rake. It's just an odd choice. Now onto the two profiles I really do like. One is this quad peak sort of snake rake or worm rake. Really like it. You could flip it upside down and use it like a bow guitar. Let me show you some traditional sort of worm and bow guitar profiles. There we go. And you can see that this way up, get the focus on for you, it's a bit like the bow guitar, albeit that the spacing is drastically shortened, so the actual wavelength of the pick is shorter. And then if you flip it the other way up, it's quite similar in a way to the a worm rake, and there's nothing wrong with that. And that's why I like this, a quad peak worm rake. Well, what's not to like, right? Very useful, very nice profile. Okay, so last but not least is something which I actually have in my kit. Here is my one. And this is like an extended snake profile. It's actually quite nice. It's a bit higher. It's got a larger peak towards the rear. Triple sort of peak or a 2.5 peak snake. It's really nice actually, this one. Nice in smaller locks. Really like it. I do use it quite a lot. It's never failed me. Nice and slim shank. So yeah, all good stuff. Now they are, again, perfectly usable. Here's some calipers. So I'll try to zero those for you. Here we go. And see what thickness these are. And I believe that they are about 25,000th of an inch. Yeah, somewhere around 25,000th. And that is actually really, really usable, especially with such slender shanks. Wow, try saying that 10 times fast. And yeah, I think that this set then has a lot of quite good things going for it. The metal used in the tips are good. The handles are nice and long. They feel well finished out of the pack. You know, they don't want to cut you. They don't need any sanding. The shanks are really slender, good for sort of getting into European locks. 25,000ths of an inch will also give a little bit of strength to that slender profile. It's got reasonable tension tools, but it's very, very hard, despite the price, to really recommend it to somebody who's new to picking, who is really the kind of person that may go for a smaller set like this. It might be quite a nice additional set of picks to somebody who's a bit more experienced. And maybe if you modified a set like this for a friend who's starting to learn picking, maybe that's the answer. Maybe if you knew somebody who was wanting to learn to pick, you could easily make a better city rake out of this one. You could easily make a medium hook and a short hook and even a shallow hook out of the amount of metal that's on these three hooks here. And you could even make them a little probe for picking tubular locks and similar out of the broken key extractor. So I think if you were being a really nice friend but you had a bit of a budget, you could easily make a really nice beginner's kit out of this. But out of the pack, yeah, not so much. It's so close. I really want to say some really, really good things about this kit, but it sort of neither fits between a good beginner's kit or really a good intermediate picker's kit. So yeah, hard to say, isn't it? Let me know what you think in the comments. Have you used Pickology sets before? Would you recommend them? Do you think that the larger kits maybe have better profiles? Let me know, because you can see clearly I'm on the fence about this kit. I've got a lot of love for it, but also I'm really confused by it as well. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time.